Hello, my name is Garland Colson, the e-business tutor. Today I'm going to talk about 5 ways that I use mind mapping in my business. Mind mapping is a visual way of brainstorming, planning, thinking, sharing. And here's an example here, and I've included some pictures with it so you can see how it works. And it's something that is quite successful, I find, especially during a brainstorming. So one of the first things I do with mind mapping is I use it for brainstorming and planning. And I can open up this part here so that you can see. And I use it for both group brainstorming, where I get together in a group and then we have the projection on the screen, or maybe we're sharing a mind map online, and then I capture information from anybody, pull it all in. Or I use it a lot for myself personally, for brainstorming my own stuff. I use it for brainstorming new product ideas, for coming up with marketing plans, weekly planning. Oops, see, there's a mistake, and that, of course, is very easy to fix. So weekly planning and goal setting and planning events. So I use it for a very wide range of things, including goal setting as well. The second place that I use it a lot is for client notes. So when I'm chatting with a client, I need a way to capture what we talk about so I can refer back to it in the future. So mind mapping is just a really quick way for me to grab the notes on screen. And the other benefit of it is I use a lot of keyboard shortcuts. So if I want to have right here a new note at the same level, I just hit enter. If I want a sub note, I just hit tab. So by learning the keystrokes, the keyboard shortcuts, it's really quick for me to add a new topic or subtopic, and then I just type it in, much as I normally would. And of course, I can drag and drop these around. So if this one was actually going to be part of the brainstorming and planning, then I can drag it up there as well. So and then you see it's up there. So it's really easy to be able to, pull these around and add them. Also, it's great for future reference. So one of the problems I have is if I'm dealing with, say, 10 or 15 different clients in a week, if I don't talk to a client for, say, 2-3 weeks, they're on holidays or something, all of a sudden, how am I going to remember what we talked about? So I use these mind maps to capture the information so that I can talk to them again, and I know where we're starting at. Can also share mind maps with my clients as well. Most mind mapping systems allow you to share them right online, which is great. You can also set things in priority sequence. I'd put 1, 2. I just numbered these so I can show that. So it's an easy way to be able to add to any of these tasks. You can add numbers and things like that. Another area where I use it is coaching, and when I'm coaching, we're often doing huge amounts of brainstorming. I'll come out with, okay, I'm brainstorming ways to monetize their website. I'm brainstorming new product ideas for them. I'm brainstorming new target audiences. I'm brainstorming new marketing methods, and it just explodes while we're talking. And so a 30-minute coaching session with one of my clients, we go through so much stuff. At the end of it, the client's going, well, that was great, but what did we talk about? How am I going to remember all this? So what I do is I take notes during the session, and once again, the keyboard shortcuts are fantastic to do that. And I can actually show the mind map right during the coaching session so that my coaching client can see what we're working on. And again, I can share it with them afterwards, and I use it as well for my future reference. When I sit down with a coaching client, the first thing I do to prepare is call up their mind map and see, okay, where are we at? What did we talk about? What homework did I give them? What are they working on? What did we already talk about, or did they already say no to? Another great thing I use mind mapping for is decision making, and it's often not easy to tell when you're trying to decide something. What's the best approach? And the mind mapping software I use, called Xmind, actually has a couple of great things that help me. One of them is a decision tree, and they actually have a template. It's a mind map template you can call up, and you can see here you can do 1, 2, 3 choices, and then you can do the pros and cons under each one. A great way to do it. Another possibility is to do a matrix, which is like a table where you do choice number 1, 2, 3. You got columns within there. You can give them numerical values, and I use this kind of thing a lot. Recently, I was trying to decide amongst the different outsourcers that I was looking to hire, and I put all their skills across in a matrix like this, and put the person's name over here, and I gave a numerical value to each of their experiences, their portfolio, their cover letter, and my intuition about them, and then that actually gave me a total that I was able to use to come up with the best person. And number 5, and lastly, there's many other ways I use this, but these are the main things that I'm using it for right now, is I use this in my presentations and training for people who want to learn. So with mind mapping, I can sometimes use it instead of PowerPoint. Now, I still use PowerPoint when I speak. Sometimes I use PowerPoint. Sometimes I use mind map. It depends on what I'm showing. So it really depends on what we're working with. Mind mapping is often a quicker way than doing a formal PowerPoint presentation. You can show one topic at a time. You notice here that I'm able to close up or open topics as I'm working on them, so we can get them out of the way. So you can do that. And of course, afterwards, it's really easy to share the presentation online. So that's it. That's 5 of the ways that I use mind mapping in my business every week. As I said, the mind mapping program I use is xmind at xmind.net, but there's plenty of them out there, so well worth researching. Thanks for listening. I'm Garland Colson, the e-business tutor.